Hi, my name's Natalie Roberts. I've been working at EIMS for 5 years, successfully delivering our channel services to our clients, such as Dell, Microsoft, IBM, D-Link and Mitel. I've created this channel energizer, Pumping the Pipe with Elegance module, to show you how to build a solid sales pipeline with the partners in your community, to ensure that you hit your targets and enable you to successfully deliver on your campaign. In order to pump pipeline, we need to firstly understand what a pipeline funnel is. So, what is a pipeline funnel? Well, it's a visual representation of the steps required to sell your product or services. The funnel should reveal how many prospects you have in each stage of your sales cycle, and also detail your conversion rates for each stage. There are 4 key metrics that can measure the health of your funnel, so let's have a look at these in more detail. Arrival rate. This is the number of opportunities and the rate at which you are acquiring these. You need to build a strong, healthy pipeline. For example, if your annual target is 1.2 million, you'll need to have approximately 3 times, ideally 5 times this amount coming in from your partner community to allow for slipped, abandoned or lost deals. Knowing the rate that your community wins opportunities will enable you to drive the partner you manage in completing revenue-driving activities. And that's really in order to generate enough pipeline to fill your sales funnel. Think about your average win rate. For example, if your average win rate is 10%, then you'll need 10 times the target amount. The industry average win rate is about 20 to 30%. However, with channel, the partners often don't share every deal, which is why 3 to 5 times the amount may be enough. Funnel value. The total possible value of every deal in your funnel. This information is key as you'll use it to calculate what you need to have in your pipeline funnel in order to forecast your quarterly commitment, and more importantly, know if you need more deals to hit or overachieve your target. Funnel velocity, the speed in which you move deals from pipeline stage through to closed. You need to know this in order to ensure that you have enough deals that will come in and close during that quarter or the year. For example, if your vendor solution has an average sales cycle of 6 months and you add a deal in Q3, that deal will not close before the end of the year and therefore won't count on your current year's target. Win rate. Average percentage of wins that your channel community effectively navigates through your funnel. Win rate is so important. By calculating your win rate, you'll understand how many deals you'll need to pump into your pipe to enable you to hit your target and successfully deliver on your campaign. Really think about your win rate. You must factor in all outcomes, such as won deals, lost deals, or deals that may have to be abandoned or slipped. Look at your win rate by the number of deals and the value of the deals in your sales funnel, as win rate by deal size can vary. For example, a D-Link partner named BGT added a deal with a value of 180k into the sales funnel. Typically, the average deal size for D-Link was 2 to 4k, so a deal of this size makes up for approximately 45 deals. Over time, you should consistently monitor your win rate as it will enable you to give a more accurate forecast. And to enable you to get an even better understanding, let's have a look at a couple of example channel pipeline funnels. Sales funnels may be different depending client to client, and really on the product sold. Hardware, software, services, etc. But fundamentally, they're the same journey from initial lead to closed. Typically, you'll see anywhere from 6 to 10, that's 10% to 100% sales stages in a client sales funnel. That's from opportunity uncovered right the way through to won and closed. Let's first have a look at how much converts at going through the funnel. Have a go at guessing. Well, it actually depends what products and what client it is, how popular and in demand, what the average deal size or sales cycle is, and how many deals the partner usually closes. The client will be able to share that average deal size with you. All vendors' average deal sizes are different. For example, with Mitel, it's approximately 9K, D-Link 3K. You can ask the client for this information during the bootcamp training, but generally, EIMS sell level 3 to 5 campaigns with the following expectations on pipeline: that 70% of leads will generally get accepted by sales into the funnel. Of this 70%, we would expect 20 to 30% to close. Another way of looking at this might be 1 in 5 leads close. Either way, there's an expectation that leads will get into and progress through the funnel and that some closed business comes from it. Marketing plays a critical role in generating pipeline. Revenue driving activities create preference, generate demand, optimize sales processes and build the brand to develop the company's reputation and to generate revenue. The more revenue driving activities your partners complete means more pipeline in your funnel, which means more deals for you to work on, to close and win the revenue needed for you to achieve your target. So we need to concentrate on getting deals in. Pipeline is usually discussed during a checkpoint call unless your partner calls in to tell you otherwise. So let's go through some conversational approaches and questions that you can use to get deals into the funnel. My manager at the time shared this method with me to help pump deals into my sales funnel, and I can honestly say after adopting this technique I was able to wake and shake the partners in my community and my pipeline funnel filled rapidly. This in turn enabled me to overachieve quarter on quarter, and the relationships with my partners went from strength to strength. Before you pump your pipe, you need to think about what questions you're going to ask and how you're going to motivate the partner. Here's some great example questions on how to get deals into the funnel. Start the conversation with an open question. What opportunities do you have that we can work on together? This should uncover any current opportunities the partner has. What opportunities have you got coming up in the next 3 to 6 months? By asking this, you're making the partner think about the future. What have they got coming up? And if you get a negative response, question further. What marketing activities have you been running to generate opportunities? If they have been running marketing activities with no success, go through the best practices or suggest other activities. Put the onus on them. These are partners who have committed to working with you and achieving a revenue spend, right? Do you mind if I share something with you? What I'd like to do is to get to the point where we're working on multiple deals per quarter together. How do you think we could get there? And what do you think we could do to accelerate that process? If you're still getting a negative response, don't be shy of downgrading that partner to a different approach or partner level and refocusing your time on partners that are generating pipeline. And if you do downgrade, you may need to think about recruiting in new partners to fill the gap. Motivate your partners with a mutually beneficial inform invite, such as, How much would you value it if I were able to bring a couple of deals to the table? Only mention this if your vendor offers this benefit. Be sure to feed back so that the EIMS account manager can drive this with the vendor. And if I did that, do you think you'd be able to match it with some additional deals? If yes, great. Approach your lead gen team to see if we have anything that we can pass over to the partner, but do not hand anything over until they have agreed to complete at least one marketing activity and actually have planned this in. Again, the onus is on the partner. After all, they committed to an annual revenue spend. All you're doing is driving them and supporting them when needed. Set a joint goal. You ideally want to build a reciprocal relationship with your partners, if your campaign allows. The best way to do this is to work on revenue driving activities together. Maybe you can share vendor marketing collateral the partner can use and forward vendor sales ready leads in return for the partner generating deals. The partners I work on the MyTel campaign with can leverage exactly this. I can share instant co-branding marketing material, pass sales ready leads to partners that have already generated deals and put them into their sales funnel. Working this way with partners strengthens the partnership. You are working together to generate business, and this is the best way to work to gain loyalty and ensure that your vendor solutions are front of mind, and ultimately gain control to ensure you're getting the very best out of the partners you're working with. So how would you feel about setting a joint goal of, say, generating 4 opportunities together within the next 6 weeks? That should give us at least 1, hopefully 2 wins. If agreed, book in the next steps. Make them smart. The next steps should be the completion of regular revenue driving activities such as telemarketing, regular call outs to their existing customer base, adding collateral to their website, promotional material, case studies, white papers, maybe a product of the month, email blasts, webinars, events such as live product demos or a breakfast networking meeting or maybe a lunch and learn. Offering kit for evaluation purposes, the cheeky little extra. By asking these questions, you're uncovering valuable information regarding how the partner values your vendor solutions and any barriers that are stopping them from putting pipeline opportunities that they generate into your sales funnel. So ask, do you mind if I ask you a slightly cheeky question? You're a successful business, so you must be doing more business than this. I'm really curious, how much else are you working on in our solution area that you decided not to work on with us? And if you don't mind me asking, what is it we've done wrong that meant you chose not to work with us on those occasions? Be brutally honest, please. And then you could say, thanks for sharing that with me. I'm genuinely grateful and I understand. If I went and solved a few of these things, do you think that we could do more business together? So your partner's generated an opportunity. Brilliant. Now you need to take your happy ears off and ask questions to qualify the deal. You need a full understanding of the opportunity, and by asking deal qualification questions, you will be able to score the deal. Really, that's to determine if this deal is real, and if it is, where it should be sitting in your pipeline funnel, along with what needs to be done to progress this deal through the sales stages to one. By asking deal qualification questions, you're also clarifying that the partner can clearly articulate the objectives and anticipated benefits of your solution. And if they can't, you'll be able to understand where the knowledge gaps are. And that will enable you to offer the support required at the right time. Don't just launch into deal qualification questions. Firstly, recognise the partner's efforts and open your qualification questions elegantly. You could say something like this. Great, thanks for bringing a deal in for us to work on. To enable me to ensure that we're able to fully support you in winning this deal, tell me a bit about it. Have you worked with this end customer before? If so, what's important to them? What's been your previous experience? Are you running this deal personally, or do you have one of your sales team running it? Get permission here to engage with the deal or the lead owner. What's the driver behind their project? What are they trying to achieve? And how compelling would you say their need is? Is it a nice to have or critical? Describe the buying process that the end customer is likely to go through. In your opinion, how do we best seize control of the buying process? How do we make them visualise us as their preferred option? Who is the competition on this one? How do we best combat them? And what can we do to take them out? When does your customer want to implement the solution? Okay, great. So allowing for shipping and install, you ideally want the purchase order from them by X date. Fair? How realistic do you think that is? We all know projects slip from time to time. What threats do you see for that to happen on time? And if it doesn't happen on time, how big an issue would that be for them? Who else is involved in the sign-off process? How well do you understand what that process is? And do you know the other players? How do you feel about the deal in general? Are there any areas you think we're weak on, or any areas that you think we're particularly strong that we can play to? Where are you in the sales process today? Where do you have it in your sales funnel? And what's the next immediate step, and how can we help you with that? How much would you value some additional support? How valuable would it be to fill in some of the deal knowledge gaps we've identified together today? And how can I help with that? Deal qualified? Score it. Deal qualification doesn't just help you understand where the deal should sit in your sales funnel. It opens up what needs to be done to ensure the end user chooses your vendor solution over competitors. Deal qualification will also enable you to report back to your manager, account director, and most importantly, the client with credibility. And you'll be able to forecast on your pipeline accurately. So once you've qualified a deal, score it. Ask yourself the following. Technically, where is the deal in the sales process? Does the partner need additional technical pre-sale support from the vendor? For example, do they need a conference call with the vendor and end user? How much do you know about this partner? How long have you been working with them? Do they always come through? Have they got the capabilities required? Or do they need additional support from you or the vendor? How much do you trust their capabilities and motivation to win this deal? How do they sound when they're talking about the deal? Are they motivated to win this deal with your vendor solution? How well qualified is the deal? Could the partner answer all of your questions? If not, how open are they to getting the required information from the end user, or maybe allowing you to contact the end user? Scoring the deal will not only help you understand what funnel sales stage it should be in, but it will also enable you to feel secure that the deal is real and should enable you to give your sales instinct. Sales instinct is different to sales stage. Sales instinct is all about how you feel about the deal. Your gut instinct from the information you've gained from the partner after asking the qualification questions. Sales instinct comes down to how confident you are that the deal is going to close. And to get this confidence, you need to factor in the following. How well you know and trust the partner that has generated the pipeline opportunity. Does the partner have any partnerships with competing vendors? This will answer how motivated they are to win this deal for your vendor. Is there anything that could switch the end user off? When uploading and subsequently nurturing and tracking deals, you'll need to enter your sales instinct as a percentage value from 10 to 100%. Here's a real life example on sales instinct can be different from sales stage and how your instinct could be different from the partner's instinct. Partner A came to me with a deal for a school that needed to replace an existing wireless network during the summer holidays. The partner had already surveyed the site and had prepared a recommended kit list to generate the proposal for the school. This would have put this deal at sales stage 60% shortlisted. Partner A had worked with the school before and knew all the key decision makers, including budget holders and the budget process. So I could have just entered my sales instinct at 80%. However, by qualifying and scoring the deal, I questioned the partner further and uncovered that he didn't know if he was up against any competition or if the school had requested quotes from other vendors' partners. He assumed that as he had a good relationship and had worked with the school before, that he'd simply just win the deal. As I mentioned, initially I'd have put my sales instinct at 80%, but after qualifying the deal with the partner, I changed it to 40%. And I suggested that either partner A goes back to the school to obtain this information, or we set up a conference call which would demonstrate that partner A has a close relationship with the vendor, making the school feel special. The partner felt confident that he could get the information and made the call. It turned out that the school were indeed tasked with obtaining 3 quotes from different vendors. Having this information enabled us to use our competitor sales battle cards in order to beat them. Once I had this information, we set clear actions to beat the competition. My sales instinct increased from 40% to 60% and kept increasing as the deal progressed into the commit sales stages of 70 to 90%. I'm happy to say that in the end, we did close the deal. Depending on the type of deal, from time to time you may come up against some resistance. The partner may not see the value in sharing all of the deal information with you. So you'll have to reiterate the benefits of your involvement rather than just listing those benefits. Let's go through a couple of real life partner objections and how you can overcome them. They could well be right. It may be that previous channel account managers have not worked with partners like this in the past. Here, you'll need to reiterate the importance of deal information sharing. You'll be able to register the deal for deal protection and to avoid conflict. I've lost count how many times an end user has gone to 2, maybe 3 different partners to obtain pricing once they've decided on which vendor they want. Deal registration works on a first come, first served basis. So if your partner hasn't registered the deal, another partner may have, and your partner will miss out on any additional pricing discount or other additional support that deal registration gives. To uncover any knowledge gaps, such as offering pre-sales technical support, be elegant here so the partner understands that you're not telling them how to do their job. You can enhance the offering by forwarding relevant case studies or involving pre-sales technical support if needed. This will also enable you to give informs on any end-of-life products, new products, and the all-important product promotions. To ensure that you both win, it's in both parties' interest that the deal is won. So the partner needs to enable you to help them as much as you can. It's all about working together. This objection doesn't come up often, and when it does, it's usually because the partner has had a bad experience in the past, not necessarily with your vendor. So use your empathy skills here. Typically, smaller partners tend to be nervous when asked to share their pipeline. They're worried that you may take the deal and give it to a more experienced partner, or deal directly with the end user. You must empathise and state that this is not the case. You're simply following best practice to help them win the deal by finding out what needs to be done in order to support them, fill the knowledge gaps, offer any additional pricing support to enable them to compete with the higher level partners. It's also important for your partners to share their pipeline with you, as they may be able to register the deal onto the vendor's partner portal. Deal registration is put in place to protect deals and avoid channel conflict, and it's seen as one of the benefits of partnering. Understandably, this may depend on the size of the deal. The vendor will advise as to what size a deal needs to be before it can be registered. With D-Link, deals needed to be over 3k in value. With Mitel is any size deal. However, their deal average is 6 to 9k. It's also worth checking with the client to see if there are any regional or country differences. So far, we haven't worked with a client where this is the case. The best way to handle is to first acknowledge, I'm sure you've got good reasons for saying that. Then seek to understand. Do you mind asking me what they are? Then gently question their win rate. If they have a high percentage of past closed deals, then great, but you still need to uncover certain information pertaining to the deal. That's going to enable you to enter it into your sales funnel and report upon it. So reiterate the benefits of them sharing the minimum deal information, such as end user name, value of the deal, kit list, and forecasted closure date. The benefit to the partner, once again, is that the deal can be registered for protection. And it may just be that you're aware of a promotion or incentive that the partner could leverage to help them win the deal. If they have a low win rate percentage, there may be some knowledge gaps that you could fill. Reiterate the benefits that the partner can leverage, such as pre-sales technical support, demo kit for evaluation. Make it clear that you're not criticising them. Draw from the rapport you have with this partner and think about the relationship questions you can ask here, such as, how can I help you to win this deal or be more successful? What can I do to make you look good? And how can I make your life easier? Thanks for your attention. I hope you found this module of value and that you now feel confident on how to pump the pipeline with the partners in your community, and that you understand where deals sit in the sales funnel and what you can do to assist the partner in moving deals through the different sales stage to the won or close status. I'm based in the Bournemouth office, so feel free to contact me if you have any questions or if you want to share your success stories. Good luck with the test, and I would like to wish you every success.